Ethan started coming home with unexplained bruises. He was 13 and in his first year of special education because of his autism. When I asked about the marks, he'd shut down and start stimming, rubbing his hands together until they were raw. I talked to his teachers. They brushed me off, saying he probably got them during episodes. But Ethan hadn't had a meltdown in over 2 years. Something felt very wrong. One day, while doing laundry, I found dried blood on his shirt collar. That's when I bought a tiny voice recorder and sewed it into the lining of his jacket. I knew it wasn't legal, but my gut was screaming. What I heard that night made me sick to my stomach. The special education teacher, Mrs. Keller, had been locking Ethan in a 4x4-foot calm-down room, basically a storage closet, whenever he had trouble focusing. She'd leave him there for hours, sometimes the entire school day. I could hear him crying, begging to be let out, saying he needed the bathroom. She'd just laugh and tell him to earn his way out by completing worksheets in the dark. The next recording was worse. When Ethan had a panic attack from being confined, 2 male staff members pinned him face down on the floor. I could hear him struggling to breathe as they pressed their knees into his back. "Maybe this will teach you to behave," one of them said. I stormed into the principal's office the next morning with the recordings. Instead of being horrified, she threatened to have me arrested for illegal surveillance. She even smirked and said, "No one will believe an unstable child over respected educators." So I went to the school board meeting that night. When it was my turn to speak, I played those recordings on full volume. The room went dead silent except for Ethan's recorded cries. Parents started crying. Board members looked sick. The district's lawyer jumped in, threatening legal action against me. They tried to end the meeting early. That's when a local news reporter, a father of a child with autism who happened to be covering school funding, stood up. "I've heard enough," he said, pulling out his phone. "This airs tonight at 11, and I've already sent copies to 3 other stations in the Department of Education." The school board tried to offer me $50,000 in hush money to handle it privately. I told them they could shove that money where the sun doesn't shine. The story exploded. Other parents came forward with similar experiences. They found scratch marks on the inside of the closet door from desperate kids trying to get out. Mrs. Keller was arrested for child abuse. The principal and 3 staff members were fired. The district paid millions in settlements to 26 families. But the best part? The state passed Ethan's law requiring cameras in all special education classrooms. My son testified at the hearing. The same unstable kid they said no one would believe. He's 15 now and thriving at his new school. Last week, he gave a speech at a disability rights conference and received a standing ovation. The only person not clapping was Mrs. Keller, watching from prison on Zoom as part of her rehabilitation.